we can turn it into the 7th and 8th grade combined sound. I have to give a huge shout out to these students. 3 years ago, I went over to Lakewood and recruited for band, and I always bring over my 6th grade band because I say, look at what you've been doing. So that's a field trip that your 6th graders will get to look forward to. And I recruited my biggest band ever. We're one of the smallest middle schools, but we recruited 60 students into that 6th grade band, which was a third of the 6th grade class. And then COVID hit, and none of them played their instruments March through May. Then they came back and they played halftime, and I lost a bunch of students to virtual. We had usually around 500 students. We went down to 300 or so that year. We had students move. We have students say, well, I didn't play while I was away for quarantine, so I don't really want to join band. So we went down to a group of 60 to about 25. Then this year came around and I pushed them really hard last year, but we were in the cafeteria, we were in my room, we were all separated, then we were all combined. So there was a lot of stuff that these kiddos went through, all while trying to teach them that skill. And now we have 12. But they are amazing. They've stuck with it, they sound really awesome, and you're gonna see that in the results from our all-county auditions that we had. So I really wanna give it up for my 8th graders because they've been through a whole lot, from 60 down to 12. And they lost so many opportunities with the trips and everything, but we still have them, and I'm still blessed to work with them every day. So if you can give a round of applause to my 8th graders. Separately with woodwinds. We have them in 2nd exploratory, and my brass in the back row, we meet with them in 1st exploratory, so they have never played combined before today. So they've played for a total of maybe an hour, and this is the result. So we're going to now feature Jingle Bells. In Good King Wenceslas, they all played the same thing at the same time. You might have noticed that they were singing a bit. I do teach singing so they can hear those pitches, because it's more than just about playing an instrument, it's teaching them how to be a musician. Then we played Jingle Bells, which is our very first duet, so you're going to hear different parts at the same time, creating harmony. Brass on A, wood on after. So every day there's a process and tools we follow in order to get that great sound that is expected here at Socastee Middle School. And I could not do it without your support. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing to help support them. This next piece will feature our 8th grade, as well as a couple of invited 7th graders. Again, with 12, they've really stepped up. We have some weird instrumentation in 8th grade, and the 7th graders, we threw them right into the fire from not quite as far as where this group is, because I only met with them every other day last year. But I taught them all their scales. They stepped up, they worked them at home. So we have invited some 7th graders to play in this next piece to help support the 8th grade. This is O Come Emmanuel. So we go from playing in unison, where everyone plays at the same time, the same thing, to playing in harmonies, where we had the duet with Jingle Bells, to finally having a real small piece of music, 2.28. Now this is as far as last year's 6th grade got. Meeting on Ivory, we met every other day, but they learned this probably, a month and a half ago, so we were able to include some extra music on their concert. And the piece that they're about to play is really good. This is Fanfare for a Winter Holiday. Again, the flutes, clarinets, altos all play something completely different. And then today, we added in the trumpets and the trombones and baritons that play something completely different too. So if we're only practicing for an hour together, they sound quite wonderful. And this is Fanfare for Winter Celebration. We've had a unique opportunity the last couple of years partnering with Socastee High School and Forest Brook, where we do a piece in a clinic style. Meaning, we hand out the piece the day of the concert, we practice it for several hours, and then the students showcase this piece. This year we combined with Forest Brook in order to play a piece of play. It went quite well. Thank you all of you that came out on your Saturday to support. We moved from outside to inside. We were going to do it, we weren't going to do it. Again, flexibility this year. We greatly appreciate everything we've done. And it was quite successful. I have gotten countless praises, not just from people at our school, but from people in the community, that your students are having an impact on. We are quickly becoming well known for our arts here at Socastee. Again, that is not me. That is you and your kiddos, and I could not be more thankful for everything you do. So this is Acclaim, as first featured at our combined Socastee High School and Forest Brook concerts, featured now by the 7th and 8th grade provider. So as I was saying earlier, that's as far as last year's 6th grade group got was Fanfare for Winter Celebration. We've had more time with this group of students especially, but they are really taking it upon themselves to restore what we lost the last couple years. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I pressed them really hard. They might come home sometimes, they're like, man, I wanna play my instrument for 3 hours, or man, I really don't wanna play my instrument because I'm sick with it. But they do so well. I'm incredibly proud of all of these students, all of them. I mean, I don't say it enough. Like, again, they might come home and they might curse my name, they might come home and say they love it for hours. But when they walk off this stage tonight, they're going to feel incredibly proud of their product. And if you're beaming right now, you're feeling it as well, just as much as I am. And that's what it's all about. They could never perform again in their lives, but they're walking off with a talent and a skill that they can't get anywhere else. And it's incredible. And they're working so hard for it. And they've worked so hard that this sixth grade group has not only got one additional piece, but two. You're going to recognize the melody from Simple Gifts, as well as a couple of melodies from some common Christmas tunes that you cherish and love. So without further ado, this is Simple Gifts of Christmas. Oh, I forgot this. Can I forget? Can I move something? Speaking of acclaim, we have the opportunity every year to